So it occurred to me, I was just practicing, and it occurred to me that there is a energetic thing that we can do with Uddiyana Bandha to help facilitate the feeling of this bandha connecting us down through our pelvic floor and all the way down to the root. So Uddiyana Bandha is the flying upward lock, right? But how to connect all of that fascia, right? There's a lot of connective tissue here in the midsection that transmits force upward, but also downward. And it's very important that we can connect those two points, the upper and the lower, in the fascial net. Like, there's just think about the rich density of connective tissue with all the organs and the rib cage and the diaphragm and the breath and all of this stuff happening up here, and how that pulls. Like, remember Chinese finger torture devices? Like, you pull them and like they tighten. It's that same thing, that same effect is happening here. So let me show you what we're talking about. Here, come around with the camera. So the first step is when we exhale, we drop the weight down into the feet, down into the heels. And you can see, so I got my work pants on, they're kind of dirty. But with the knees bent on the exhale, if I can keep my pelvis level, then all the weight of my upper body drops down, and especially can feel that in the ankles. Okay, the ankles and the calves, everything is like firm down here. So that's the exhale, and I release my weight down. But if I can keep that engagement in the lower body and I inhale, there's a lengthening downward in the weight in the feet and upward in the hands. And then from there I exhale and I go into Uddiyana Bandha standing. And the hands come onto the knees, and I let my weight sink into the feet and keep my elbows straight. And then from there, right, engage the lock, and then hold the grip. Right, there's a grip at the abdomen through the bandha, but that also connects down through the pelvic floor. So I hold that grip, I come to standing, my arms lift halfway, and then here I start my inhale. And if I can maintain that grip here and down here, the pelvic diaphragm and the thoracic diaphragm, which is the work of the bandha, right? Then the wave of pressure stays distributed in the lower body. You see what I mean? That's the most important thing, is that we can equally distribute that pressure wave by maintaining the bandha with the breath in the vinyasa. Because then I'm reaching up and I have this length upward, but my roots are anchored down, like really down through the feet. You see what I mean? And so that activity, just this inhaling up, exhaling into Uddiyana, this activity alone, with the refinement of the things I was talking about, right, down through the feet, is a really helpful, I think, tool at figuring out what this bandha really can do in the body, and how it ties together the fascial net from the lower body and the upper body. But it takes that awareness of what's happening down here, all the way down to the root of the foot, and that pressure down. Yeah, so we got to work the stances into everything we do, along with the bandhas, to supercharge our vinyasa practice. That's all. I'm going to get back to my practice now. Thanks for tuning in.